Truck's unlocked right now. And well, it's so if I go and I manually unlock this from the inside, I can open it all day long. But when I unlock the truck, now it's locked. This clicker isn't the best. All right, now it's unlocked, right? This lock doesn't pop up. So probably something minor I could probably fix without buying any new parts, but if I have to, I will. In a minute, I'm gonna pull off that door panel and see what's going on, because watch. Now it's open. No problem. So I'm gonna take a look at that. All right, to take this door panel off, if I remember correctly, these two screws, you pop this plastic thing out, and there's something else in here, I think, or something, and then you just lift up, I think. Find out in a minute. All right, well, I just broke some pin or something, some mounting piece, because only Ford would think it'd be a good idea to have half of this pull out. Like there's those stick-in little plastic screw-looking things you have to pull out, but in this part you have to lift up. There's one of those things I was talking about. Stupid fucking design. So let me, Jesus Christ, why is this hanging on for dear life? And here's the hook. Dumb, very dumb design. All right, I've got the door panel off. This is why it's usually smart to YouTube something like this first, but I thought I remembered. I guess I haven't taken off one of the second Jet Explorer panels before. Maybe they were just already broken, but looks like this one's ever been taken off before. Everything is perfect and unpierced out here. All these little plastic things are out. So now it's time to see why this lock is not popping up when it should. Let's take a look. I'm just glad I'm not taking off this door panel to deal with a goddamn window track or something. That's the worst. So where are my keys? Let's see what the problem is here. Looks like it's not popping up like it should. So I know when I was buying the truck, the guy showed me, like, you have to, like, he was pushing in the door handle when he was locking it, unlocking it or something. I don't know. I can never replicate that. So I'm gonna just fix it the right way so the next person doesn't have to deal with it. So let me go ahead and take a look at what's going on. All right, so I figured out the problem. There's supposed to be a spring that goes, I don't know if you guys can see shit. Okay, there you go. So here's the lock cylinder, right? You put your key on the outside. There's supposed to be a spring that hooks on here and then hooks on to the shaft that this lock is connected to. So when you turn the key or press the power lock, it's supposed to help push it up. Well, the spring is missing. Where was that spring? It is in here somehow. And that's what's causing this thing to be so hard to open too. So I'm gonna get the spring out. Hopefully it's not too fucked up. Try to put it back onto the lock cylinder into this. And if I can't do that, I probably have some extra springs lying around that I can put there instead, but I'm gonna try to get this one out first. Here comes the culprit. And there it is. That doesn't belong in there. I'm gonna show you where it belongs in a minute. It looks like I may be able to salvage it, but I'm not so sure. So you can see this still works, so clearly it had no function to opening the door. I'm just gonna confirm that. Yeah, I was going off the limb there. I knew his spring didn't belong in that. Where that spring's supposed to go, and I think it might actually be too fucked. But it's supposed to attach, like I showed you before. Let's get some light. Jesus. Here, and to the bottom of this to help pull it up. So I'm gonna try to make this, try to rebend this and make this work, and if no luck, I'm gonna replace it. Well, I just realized, I don't know why I'm slaving away here to try to fix this spring. I'm going to the junkyard, and there's gonna be a bunch of Explorers with missing door panels and good springs that are the exact fit right in them. So that's where I'll get the spring, get the exact right one. Well, I'm here at the junkyard looking for the spring And is this a damn shame or what? We got a 96, I think, Explorer here. 68,000 on the clock. What a shame. No spring here. Okay, we got a 98 here. And no spring as well. My question is, if this junkyard can build a wall, why can't we? If you know what I mean. This one's totally fucked. I checked this one a minute ago. It's got the spring I need. Didn't fucking believe it when I saw it. There it is. I gotta get it out of there carefully. Well, it's odd because it doesn't look like the spring that I pulled out of the Explorer, but it was doing the same function. It was hooked onto the bottom of the door lock and it was kind of hanging on the mechanism. So maybe that's where it's supposed to go and not into the side of the lock cylinder. It seemed like a stretch, but I got a spring. So I put the spring in. Let me see if I can, the sun is fucking right where I'm working. You can see it goes in the bottom of that and then it hooks onto the lock cylinder, the little bracket there. So this might not be my final placement for it. I gotta make sure it's gonna stay there, but it feels pretty secure. I haven't tested it yet, so this is the moment of truth. See, unlocked, it opens. Okay, it's locked. It works. That's awesome. So it works. So the spring is supposed to be there. And again, I don't know if this is something that maybe somebody put in down the road and it fell out or what, or if there was a spring there from the factory, because we did find the spring, if you remember, in the door of an Explorer. But every other one I checked at the junkyard, it wasn't there, but a lot of them were missing the mechanism here, so maybe they were taken out already. But you can see, watch it in real time here. Man, fuck this sunlight. It is really screwing up. All right. So right now it's unlocked. Now it's locked. Doesn't seem to do anything, but the lock is working. I wonder what that spring even does. And that's the weirdest shit, because if I took that spring out, I just tried it this morning, right before I put the spring in, it wasn't working. You don't even see that spring doing anything. I guess it just supports that. I'll be damned. You don't even see it do anything, but it works. So I don't know, I guess that's the fix, even though I don't see it doing anything. Put a spring right there, you attach it to the bracket of the lock cylinder and you attach it to the bottom of this pole. Not the actual lock one, which is weird. You attach it to that. And that does it. Don't ask me why. Maybe this thing was falling down before, that's why the lock wouldn't come back up. I don't know. But it works now. I mean, look, we just did it like 12 times in a row. Because you remember before, the lock wouldn't pop back up when I unlocked the door. Let's try it with the key. It works. So, okay. If it's working, it's working. That seems to be the fix. I'm not going to question. I'm going to button this door back up because I got someone who wants to see this truck soon. Alright, you can see the door panels back on. Nice and snug. I didn't break. The only thing I broke was the thing that holds this window thing down. I took all this out, but it's fine. It's not showing any damage. So nice and tight. You can see we're unlocked right now. Go ahead and lock it. And then, fuck. Working perfectly.